I got an NBA free play for this Monday, February 15th. Philadelphia 76ers are taking on the Utah Jazz. For this President's Day week, our promo code is USA, and it'll save you 20% off the entire site. I'm Allie Burns, and this is Picks and Parlays. I've got Craig Trapp on the line. How's it going, Craig?
Oh, exciting matchup here for Monday in the NBA. And what is a pretty big NBA card, of course, President's Day. And that's always a good day. We have a ton of good NBA games. And I think we got one here that maybe the best matchup of the day, best team in the West for sure, as far as the record is concerned. And one of the best teams in the East taking them on.
The Jazz are the favorite here, -6.5. Total is at 228. When I think of the Jazz, the only thing that comes to my head is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I have a hard time not rolling along with Utah here. How do you feel about this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to go against the Jazz. I think it's like 18-1 their last 19 games. And of those games, I think they've covered in all but 2 or 3 of them. So, I mean, this team is absolutely mowing teams down. They're 9-1 straight up in their last 10, 8-2 against the spread, 11-3 against the spread at home this season. And you're facing a Sixers team that historically, going back the last 2 seasons, is just not very good on the road. Not great this year, 5-8-1 against the spread on the road. So, and you add in that Joel Embiid is questionable and banged up a little bit. I think that's a big problem. You know, the Jazz seem, it doesn't matter who plays. Mitchell missed games. They still won, I think, 2 of 3 of those games. And Conley's missed the last few games. Hasn't mattered. They've won and covered. So it looks like Conley is questionable again tonight. But to me, I'm with you. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Take the Jazz -6.5 here. Utah is just a better version of the Sixers. They shoot better. They play better defense. They're more efficient. I mean, what can't you like? And at home, Utah has always been good. And I think that continues here tonight.
Yes, I always like to think of the altitude factor too for away teams playing in Utah. I give them the altitude factor. Do we have any feelings about a total here? That number was 228.
When you used to look at the Jazz totals, and this is last year before the bubble, I mean, if you got to the Jazz totals in the 210, you'd be like under, because they were such a good defensive team. And they still are a good defensive team, but they play at a much faster pace now. So even though efficiency-wise, they're a very good defensive team and one of the best in the league, their totals still go pretty high because they're just more possessions in the game. So I do think this game would probably lean towards the over, especially with the Sixers team that I think the only way they can win is to try to outshoot this already very, very good Jazz team. Maybe the best three-point shooting team in the league. I mean, they just have so many guys that can stretch you out and shoot. And they really play more like the Warriors team, the Kevin Durant and Curry and Klay Thompson days, when they just drive and kick and whoever's open shoots. And man, the way they've been shooting, very, very tough team to beat and to go on a total. I would definitely be on the over. But my better play, of course, going to take the Utah Jazz -6.5, like we said. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yep, that's just it. I'm rolling with it. They've got a great chemistry too on that team. They play very
Yep.
well together. They're fun to watch. So that's our strongest play on the 76ers at the Jazz. We're laying 6.5 with the Jazz.